What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you're all well. Great, thank you for asking. We're back at Crayford. I wanted to film this session today. We've got a push session. This is that push session that we did a few weeks ago that didn't go so well. And I wanted to kind of retouch on that because I was keen to let you know what I adjusted, let you know what happened, let you know if it was a one-off, because I got a lot of messages about it. And I'll tell you, it was a one-off. It was a blip in the matrix as such, because I think where I trained with Joe for the first time and we pushed each other through those extra reps that we were looking for, we just dug a little bit deeper into our fatigue hole. And because that was my first session without him again, that kind of caught up with me. But since then, it's been a couple weeks. I've trained 6-7 times with the boys. We've been taking it past that failure a little bit more. I've now adapted to that extra little bit of volume, that extra little bit of push, and now recovery is good. Everything is flying. And I say that hesitantly because we're walking in there, we're about to find out if things are flying. So let's get in there, guys. Enjoy. I don't really like to count warm-ups. I go when I'm ready, and when I'm ready, I'm ready, and my head's in it. I'll take as many rests, as much rest as I need. I'll take as many warm-ups as I need. And usually it just goes a plate at a time until we get to the top set. But we'll see as we go through. So we put these under here because they massively reduce the strain on your shoulder when you're in that horrible position. And obviously they fall out when you press it up. So it puts you in a nice position. Rather than lifting it when you're super weak, you can lift it in a much more secure, safe position. Like this is my pressing position right here. I don't need to get pulled back into that position to pull it out. So this is 100. So you can see why I go up on a plate and a plate. Obviously, you can change the way you warm up depending how strong you are. You wouldn't go a plate if you're doing 3 sets. If you're doing 3 plates for your top set, obviously, so you do like a plate and a half, 2 plates, you know, so make it the same as what you would do if you warm up for your weight. Not mine. Not mine. Woo. I'll take 9. I'll take 9. Last time it was 7 and 1 spot, so 6 and a spot. I usually back off about 20%. If you put a percentage on it, 20%. So 110 for 9. Next rep range is 10 to 15. Probably last time I did 90 for 11, so I'll probably get 90. Try get 13 or 14, 30. So you'll see on that one, I got that rep, but I know there's not another one. Considering I've progressed the first set by 3 reps, I've progressed this set already by hitting that 12th rep. I don't need to take that risk. For like 1, it's gonna be a really, really hard rep. 2, it might put me at an injury risk. 3, I've got the rest of the workout to think about it. So 2 progressions, we can take that and move on to the next one. So coming off that first exercise, we're warm now. You know, joints are lubricated, you got a little bit of a pump. You need less of a warm up. I would still warm the movement pattern up because you don't go from a top set incline to a top set overhead press. You need to just change the movement pattern, get your brain right, get the motor patterns right, feeling the muscles right. So we start a little bit higher. We don't need to start on the 1 plate. I know my top set's somewhere around 5 plates. So half that weight so I can progress it up over a few reps to put myself in the right position to make the most of the top set, but not taking away too much of this top set with just warm-ups. We're warm, we've already depleted energy on that first top set, second back-off set, so don't need to spend forever warming up. Come on, then. Just fucking it, bro. Easy. That's 2. 3. Oh. 5. Yay! That's what you need a spot. Fuck. That was gonna be for 8. I feel like if I'd held on, maybe it would have gone. I thought I was yes, no. That's 10. You fuck's sake. Makes a big difference not having someone there. That's match reps, but you know when you just want to get that one? That was that. Oh, some good sets though. Feel good. Yeah, feel good. Still feel strong. That's the one thing you notice about being on a cycle or on a blast, is that you just don't flag as much. And that's what I'm starting to pick up now. Week 4 into it, so we're feeling it. Pace is right every single time. It takes me longer, it takes me longer. If I'm in, I'm in. When the penny drops, we're in. Yes. Fuck. So I definitely felt stronger than the last time I did this. And then one thing that was coming into my head when I have a set that's matched in a session that's been PBs, is that we progressed by 15 kilos on that last one, progressed by another 5 kilos on that one. The amount of weight that's been put through my muscle is significantly more than the last time I did this session. So for me to match, genuinely, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, maybe a little bit more because I could actually get there. I just felt myself trying to push this weaker shoulder forward, so I quit the set. I don't need to push myself that much when I've already PB'd so much. So now it becomes about trying to get that back off. So I'm gonna rest a little bit more. I'm still warm, so I'm gonna rest a little bit more. And when the set's feeling right, we'll try for the PB on the back off. Now we'll take a rep there. Fuck. You can see at this point, like my pushing ability is nearly gone. Well, at least to a high standard. So now the exercise selection changes to something that's a little bit more energy efficient, maybe a little bit more accurate, because there's definitely more in the pecs. It's just that in that length and mid-range, been loading so much. Now we can really get some cuffs on the elbow, we do some cuffs or cuff flies, a little bit less energy demanding, a little bit more accurate where we're directing that load, less central nervous system fatigue, and then that's pecs done. I don't know if I've said this on the channel yet, but I actually got these cuffs made. I don't think I've ever said this on the channel. I made these cuffs, and they're designed for bodybuilders, so they're They're wider, so they fit a bigger forearm. They've also got a long Velcro, so they fit a smaller arm. They've got reinforced rings, there's double stitching. It's made out of soft neoprene, so it doesn't rip. It's the best cuff in the game, but they're all sold out, so sorry. If you want to, I think there's about 20 left on insightsupplements.com, so check them out if you can get that Josh 10% discount as well. But I've got a new batch coming in about 3 or 4 weeks, so you're gonna have to hold out for those. But I can't believe I've never said that on the channel. And they're sold out. Come on. That's how you get out. Oh, that was heavy. I feel like this exercise is the most like isolating exercise for the pec, because you think like there's ways that your elbows work, like the elbow has to come in and adduct to come across that midline. But in what press do you ever get to there? You don't. You're in a barbell press, you finish there. You're in a dumbbell press, you finish as close as the dumbbells can finish. So you are better off, but this, you can get in here and adduct fully, so you can technically get a little bit shorter than other exercises. So good, so good. And that is it, chest done. On to shoulders. Well, more shoulders. Oh. Oh. So with this, whoo, we're coming cuffs on the wrist. We're coming Wanamar cuffs on the wrists, by the way. And the reason why we're loading the wrist and not the elbow is because we want to work in that fully lengthened range and have load there. And as well as lining these cables up that are going to be perfectly in line with where my delt is trying to resist. We add that load in that lengthened position, whereas if you were on the, we open the cuff up a little bit, because they're adjustable, by the way. We can come up to the elbow, and you can see it is challenged in the lengthened range, but just not quite as much as having that load right on the wrist. So we're loading the wrist today. There will be times when I'll load the elbow. If you have wrist or elbow issues, like it's sore or either on the inside or the outside, tennis or golfer's elbow, the cuff is perfect because you can just load the cuff up above where the pain is and get the same range, same contractile range-ish, and work it well like that. Oh. Huh. And now I'm starting to flag. Beginning of that workoup's catching up with me. Take a little bit of rest, and we got arms, which is obviously not as taxing, which is nice. In fact, we've got crossovers now, so load these back up. Again, like, if you're gonna go ahead and do more big compound exercises when you feel like this, they're not gonna be effective. Which is why exercise choice goes to isolation movements, less energy demanding movements, and movements which you can sustain at a high capacity, even when you're tired. Less dangerous as well. One thing you'll notice with this is you'll see my elbows, they are coming out like this, because naturally if you let your hands fall, you can see they point out, no one lets the hands fall and rotate in, no one lets the hands come like this. So when you see people doing bicep curls like this, or tricep underhands, and they're doing this, why would you do that when you just get a full range? Crossover, cuff gives you freedom at the wrist, cable gives you freedom to move what's natural to you. It just makes sense in the scheme of everyone being different lever lengths, different biomechanics. So good movement this. You can definitely focus on a little bit less rest on these, because they're not as demanding. Your heart rate isn't getting as high during a set. Whereas if you do like a big compound hack squat, you rest 1 minute, your heart rate is still going to be like 120, 130 plus. This, my heart rate gets up to 120 or something, and then it will come back down to wherever it settles at during the workout, 90 to 100, whatever it is. So you can get away with less rest. Also focusing on a bit more pump, bit more blood flow to the arm. Yeah. This is where it really helps having a training partner, trying to keep that focus to the end when you want to stay on every single rep. Now it's hard to just get annoyed at myself, and then it works. That's the PB. Fucking needed that. So we're coming for something nice and accurate for the last exercise. We're already 7 exercises in. I'm tired, so now it's about just remaining very, very accurate of what we're doing. So we're gonna do, and this is for any clients out there watching, this is what I mean by an elbow supported tricep extension. It's gonna be coming up over the shoulder. Your supporting hand is gonna come in the crease of the elbow, which is just gonna stop that extra flexion, which happens there, that just puts that strain on that inside ligament, and to be fair, the outside ligament as well. So you're gonna come over, you're gonna grab it by the ball, obviously, by using that as the handle. Comes in, come over, and you're essentially just pushing straight out, trying to keep that line of pulse pretty straight. It's not too much of an issue if you want to come across just to fully extend. But this elbow just keeps you nice and supported, and we stay very accurate with the cable. Another very, very successful session in the books. I thought it'd be pretty valuable just to kind of like that. Those are the conversations that I'm having with myself in my head, really, when I'm going through these sessions. I'm thinking, okay, is this the set to take it? And you're analyzing that when you're working out, because you get to that you get closer and closer to failure, and you think, should I take this extra rep? Should I take this extra rep? And just assessing and constantly being aware of when that rep's not available or when that set is not there, and just taking those progressions when you've achieved them, rather than like always shooting for the stars, which is obviously a very, very good tactic as well, but you can err on the edge of taking risks when you don't need to. So I'm always thinking about where the progressions come from, how it's affecting later on, progressing that total volume up, and having those conversations with myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like this style, breaking it down in person while I'm training as well. Something a little bit different for you guys. So drop a comment if you can, drop a like if you also can. Otherwise, guys, we'll see you very soon. Peace.